Kingdoms.
Okay.
United Kingdoms of Great Britain.
And Ireland, did they have a royal family like on some stage as well?
Yeah, they've had royalty in the past, yeah.
Okay, cool. I know like from like all the European countries, like obviously the British royal family is most likely the most famous one.
Sure.
But I mean, Spain's got a royal family. I think Portugal has a royal family. Who
Netherlands,
else?
Belgium.
Netherlands, Belgium, yeah.
I think the Nordic countries have as well.
Monaco haven't they got royalty as well?
Monaco, for sure.
Yes.
For sure.
Righty.
I think it's Denmark. Denmark's got a royal family. I think Sweden might have a royal family. Norway.
Denmark, yes.
I don't
Norway,
think Finland. Yeah. I don't think Finland has a royal.
I don't know. Sweden.
Sweden, yeah.
Just incidentally, Marsh, while you're working on this in the background, I still can't see you guys. I can see the background.
Yeah. Sure. Well, I've been waiting for you guys for a break so that I could start the episode.
I see.
Yeah, like your oaks are like horses galloping.
So I think where Oleg's going with this, there's lots of royal families around Europe, and they have united royal families, lineage per country. So we could get to the point where we have per country Game of Thrones. So we'll have a European one family that rules them all.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But I think
the thing is, they're already cross-pollinated so many times in history.
They're all linked. I think. Like at some stage, like if you take it like 300, 400 years ago, I think they're all linked. I mean, cousins, second cousins,
well, look
third
at
cousins.
The Queen's husband. He was a Greek prince.
That's true. Yeah.
If you go back to generation, they were German.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and then if you go back, another one, I think it is. There's Russian in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when the First World War broke out, there was a lot of animosity towards the royals as well at that time. I mean, it started with Franz Ferdinand being taken out, but the royal families, because they're all linked and related, and they kind of looked after each other. So when the families went into exile, especially those leaving Russia, they were looked after by other families around Europe.
And France?
So no, France hasn't had a royal family since
17th century.
Yeah, since the French Revolution.
But didn't some of the French royalty survive and went on to live in other countries?
Quite possibly. Yeah, because the main characters got executed, but there's other lesser royals about. These families tend to be big.
Yeah.
There might not be princes and kings and queens and princesses. There could be dukes or viscounts or whatever they need to be. They still carry titles.
Yeah. It's sad that obviously recently, didn't Prince Philip died, and then it was the Queen, shortly afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was it? Just over about a year and a half, was it? Between the Queen and her husband? Yeah. It's a sad time here. I mean, the UK did come to a bit of a standstill on Monday for the state funeral.
Yeah.
Everybody watched it, whether you're a supporter of the monarchy or not. People just stopped what they were doing and just paid respect, because she was quite a woman.
She was.
Whether Charles could fill those shoes, it's an open question.
Yeah.
He needs to get kræk on and prove his worth to save the family.
I mean, think about it this way. She did basically did her job for 70 years, flat out, consistently.
It's just mental.
Consistently. I mean, can you imagine the pressure? I can't imagine doing this for a couple of months.
She was trained for this.
No,
she did start early, but still.
Okay, I think they're all trained for this in a sense, right? But not everyone has that type of character, tenacity, and mentality to actually just do this consistently for 70 years.
And she was so just intelligent because she was constantly aware of everything happening in the world.
Mm.
She was equipped. She spoke several languages. She was equipped to navigate all these political situations that kept coming up that she was put into. These state visits of people she may or may not agree with their regimes,
Mm.
and she navigated them all. Everybody came away from that going, "Okay, it's not what I expected, but all right, I respect."
Yeah.
She was only a
Yeah.
little woman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, she definitely played a huge role in
I can't
basically
wait to see.
navigating the quagmire of both European and global, politics, because she still plays a big role in the United Kingdom in terms of I don't know, maybe being sort of not an executive side, but at least like setting the ethical standard and
There is that the culture, the what is right and wrong, the moral values.
Yep.
Yeah, because a lot of people think the royal family doesn't do anything other than have states support them. They have no real power.
Mm.
They have a lot of respect within the pomp and ceremony and traditions, etc. However, people just don't get to see the work that goes on behind the scenes around sealing global business deals, opening up those channels of communication. That's worth more than it ever costs us to run this family.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we never see that. So everybody just looks and goes, "Oh, well, you stuck up there in your palace. You don't know what's going on down here."
So what
We
makes
don't
it
see the value.
what makes it even worse, right? So like the reason why that hasn't attracted too much attention, I think, over the last 70 years is because the Queen did such a great job at like navigating the internals of the family politics and making sure that doesn't like get out there too much. But now things
It's
might
been
be
tough, right?
yeah,
It's been tough. She's made mistakes.
dude, like nobody's perfect, but
But
I
then,
think in general she's
yeah,
been very consistent in the way that she has been doing it. So like the big thing is what's going to impact on the public opinion, how much of this family dramas are going to be in a public space, and how much of that will destroy, the trust, you can say.
it's already started here.
Has it already started?
Well, no, I mean, it's been the Harry and Meghan situation. It's already eroding. Prince Andrew and all his whatever he's got up to. I'm not making allegations here,
No.
but I don't want to lose my bandwidth again. No, but this
Okay,
is a
cool.
modern, the family need to reinvent themselves to be more modern now, more in line with trends and what people do, what their belief systems are. Otherwise, they're going to struggle.
Yeah.
They're going to lose faith. The people will lose faith. They're
Cool.
already revolting.
You joking? I didn't think
No,
it
as
was
in
I didn't-
revolting, as in yeah.
Oh, okay. I get you. Sorry, man. So, in other news, I believe that the last Formula One season has come to a close, and
Really?
well, our fantasy Formula One.
We're live now because we haven't
Yeah.
started our music yet.
I played it long.
I believe we need to recognize the Jews, or give the Jews to the crown champion of.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it finished? I don't think
It's
so.
not finished, is it?
Isn't it finished?
No, it's still got plenty of
man.
races to go, man.
We've got
Okay.
about 2/3 of the way. Not even.
Not
I
even.
thought it's done. for
No,
some
it's
reason.
not.
We've got 3 more months yet.
Okay.
No.
Look, I know. Look, let's just get this out the way. I mean, because the last time Oleg was on, I think I was the top by 3 points or something.
Yeah.
It was close.
Yeah.
Oleg since then has had a good run of form, and is now 70 odd points, if I remember right, ahead of me.
Oh, bugger.
And his
And
team too is actually catching me as well.
Lovely.
I don't think you want to talk about your team.
No, not at all. No, not at all. Not at all.
Did you
Leave me
have a look?
alone.
Did you have a look at that?
No, I don't look anymore.
It's a sad situation.
I
dude.
know,
Like
it's a
it's
sad
really
situation.
sad.
But let's talk about some real news when it comes to Formula One.
Okay, let's do it.
The chances are that Verstappen's going to take the championship at the next race. Do you realize
Jesus,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, and then it's just going to be fun all the way to the end of the season, because it looks like Red Bull is going to take constructors as well as the drivers' championship.
Yeah.
But I suppose at this time of the year, it's all about the driver movements, right? So the last news I heard is Latifi is not going to be continuing at Williams, so there is a vacant seat there.
Yeah.
Nick de Vries, well, he stood in for Alex Albon at the 11th hour at the last race, and he finished in the points. Ding, ding, ding. So there's some people are now saying, there's
a
an
lot of
option.
open seats, right?
Well, I don't know if there are lots of open seats. Let's see what open seats there are. So
I'm going to run through this.
AlphaTauri hasn't confirmed. I mean,
No,
Alfa Romeo.
AlphaTauri,
Alfa Romeo.
Alfa Romeo, Ferrari.
Yeah.
Has got Bottas lined up for next year.
Right?
Yeah.
What? Say that again?
Yeah. Valtteri Bottas coming back.
To where?
Alfa Romeo, Ferrari.
Oh, but he's there already, right?
Yes. All right. Sorry. If you look at, who was I looking at?
Jeez, we like. Are we on a time warp today?
Who was it that? Oh, I think it might have been Haas.
Yeah. So
Haas
is.
That's
Kevin Magnussen is confirmed. Schumacher is not confirmed.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So Williams is open.
And Marzipan's going somewhere we don't know.
Yeah, and Haas is vacant. Aston Martin, there's a vacancy there because they haven't confirmed Stroll. You know, his dad hasn't rubber stamped him.
Lance Stroll hasn't been rubber stamped.
Alpine's got a vacancy, and Alfa Romeo. So there's speculation that Pierre Gasly is going to go to Alpine, leave AlphaTauri and go to Alpine. Then apparently that's going to open up a space for Nick de Vries, right? So I suspect that they will reconfirm the Chinese guy. What's his name?
Zhu.
Yeah,
Zhu.
Yeah, him. Aston Martin, I'm sure they'll keep Stroll. I can't see that they're going to get rid of Stroll. Maybe Haas will keep Schumacher. So the only other vacancy is Williams. I don't know. Ricciardo is going to the Mercedes as a reserve driver. Does that mean that he could go to Williams?
Why doesn't he go and do NASCAR or something different?
I don't know. Or Indy or something.
And then come back. Yeah. Go and do a different formula, different type. Go and do rallycross. Go and do something.
Rallycross.
Yeah. Rallycross on a quad bike. Go and do that. And then come back. Because he just seems to, I mean, he's all talk and he commits to the teams he goes to, but he's gone through a lot of teams in recent years since he's left Red Bull.
Yeah. I think there was a mistake for him. Well, I suppose it wasn't really a mistake from the point that he wasn't going to be number one driver. But at least he was competitive. He was up there with Max when he left. But since then, he's just gone backwards, unfortunately. Yeah.
So the top three, Mercedes, McLaren, Ferrari. Mercedes, Red Bull. If you take those four, it's only Ricciardo really that's leaving of all those 8 drivers.
Yeah, I mean, there was some speculation that Sergio Perez, but I mean, he's signed for another 2 years. So,
and you don't think, that with Ricciardo leaving, it's gonna start the great reshuffle?
No.
Sometimes,
I think the great reshuffle started when Alonso left Alpine. That's when the shuffle started because they were like, oh shit, he's going. They wanted Oscar Piastri to go in there. He said no. He's going to McLaren. Right? Yeah, so I think that's where the big shuffle started.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But anyway, I don't know.
What's our view on Piastri?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's my feeling.
I mean,
he seems to have done well in Formula 2 and he's been a backup test driver. But then they all came from
Yeah.
these routes.
I think I rate that Nick de Vries a little bit better than I do, because Nick de Vries is the reigning Formula E champion, and he's just also taken part in NASCAR and all that shit. Not NASCAR. What's
Indy.
it? Lamar. No, Lamar.
Oh, Le Mans. Okay.
Yeah, and he I think he almost made a podium, or he was on the podium. Pretty close. Yeah. There we go.
Well, I'm sure it'll come to light. But do you think people, now that the championship's pretty much done, do you think viewership's just going to drop off now? Because I quite liked the season. It was a lot closer, a lot more competitive.
Last year. Yeah.
This last year and this year.
Yeah.
This,
Yeah.
I mean, besides the top race,
Yeah,
everybody
I
else
think
has been
Ferrari
fairly
have
even.
let themselves down, unfortunately.
Still sounds dodgy what the decisions they make there.
Because I mean, they were probably the only team that could be pushing Red Bull, keeping Red Bull honest. Yeah.
I was hoping for McLaren to be a bit better than they are this year.
I don't know what's happening with them, man. I mean, they're also up and down depending on the track and that kind of stuff. They're not consistent. You take Mercedes. I mean, they have been not great, but they've been consistent.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you look at the driver standings at the moment, what are the driver standings? Formula One. Let's have a look here. I mean, it tells the story. The standings. Let's see, standings. Let's go driver standings. Okay, so obviously Max is in front. Then Charles Leclerc. Then Perez. Okay, fair enough. I mean, he's also been consistently. George Russell is fourth, and he's only 7 points behind Sergio Perez.
Yeah.
Okay, then Carlos Sainz.
Sure.
Then Lewis Hamilton, Norris, Ocon. So Mercedes are there, but I mean, McLaren's there, but not. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, this is why I can't see how they can get rid of Schumacher or even Daniel Ricciardo. I mean, I don't know. It's a tough one. There are only so many seats, man. Only so many seats.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick de Vries on his first outing scores points. Ding. Thank you very much.
In a Williams. Mercedes engine.
Yeah.
Mercedes engine, yeah. But they've had a couple of good races where they've been like super fast, and so I think they're moving in the right direction. They're definitely getting better than they were.
Latifi's had a whole season, well, most of a season.
He hasn't scored
in
one
the same
point,
car. It hasn't scored any points. Yeah.
No, it's true, and I think that perhaps that might have been the nail in the coffin for him.
To be a fly on the wall.
To be a fly on the wall.
Can you imagine just walking in there? Cheers, dude. Thanks. Thanks for nothing.
Yeah.
I've been working my ass off the whole season, and you just come in here, and it's not right, man. Have a word.
Yeah. Hold it back, dude. Hold back a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So that's it for Formula One. So cryptocurrency, dude. So.
Yeah.
The Ethereum merge eventually happened.
Didn't happen this week.
No, it was on the 13th or the 14th of the month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, they've only been talking about it for 5 years, the merge, but they eventually got there. So now there's, obviously no mining going on there for us crypto miners.
So it's now proof of stake.
Proof of stake, yeah.
Completely.
Yeah. So some of the concerns that people have raised about that is now all of a sudden the whole idea is for this stuff to be decentralized, and the fact that what's happened is people have got these almost like staking pools now. So to be a validator on the network, on the Ethereum network on proof of stake, you have to have 32 Ethereum to stake. Then you can become a validator on the system.
Yeah.
However, what these guys, so a lot of us don't have 32 Ethereum, you see. So what they've done is they've created these staking pools. So in other words, what I can do is I can stake some of my Ethereum there, even though I don't have 32. Then what they do is they pool everyone's Ethereum together, and they then go and stake that on your behalf. But a lot of it's done a lot by these exchanges, right? So now all of a sudden what they're saying is that these exchanges are then obviously dictated by the laws in the country that they operate in. Now all of a sudden it's not as decentralized as it used to be. So there's that, I don't know if it's just people, throwing mud at this whole thing,
What's your take?
throwing some shade. I suppose it's a reality, I suppose with all these things, as much as we want them to be decentralized, what happens with decentralized is that you don't have, there's no sort of accountability. Like who takes accountability for the thing? It's self-regulating, which is fine. It's a nice concept, but
It is open to corruption.
well, this is the problem. It means that people can use the sort of system that's decentralized as a way to cloak underhanded activities, in my opinion. So it's watching the space carefully.
Well, it hasn't. I mean, it's only just happened this week, but the price hasn't changed much this week.
No, the price has dropped, but so the whole of cryptocurrency.
Well, the whole
has
of crypto
dropped.
is.
Yeah. But I mean that.
But
goes
this
for,
massive thing that they've now invested in, and it's a major overhaul.
Yeah.
I mean, what they're going to just to get greener credentials because they're not using as much
Yeah,
power.
I don't know if it was only about greener credentials. I think it was. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, it'd be interesting to see what Bitcoin does because they are obviously
They're
based
still
on.
heavy. Yeah.
Yeah, but they can't change that now. That would be silly. But maybe they need to just look at going, well, it does consume a lot of energy. I
Yeah.
was reading somewhere, it's like the energy used is like, where is it? Proof of work uses as much energy, much power as an entire country like Malaysia or Sweden,
Sure.
just for
Yeah.
Bitcoin network alone.
Yeah.
So maybe find more efficient ways of doing that to reduce the consumption of energy or make a greener source of energy.
Well, I suppose you can.
But I don't
just
think they're going to change. I think
solar
they have
and-
to stay with proof of work, right?
Yeah,
It's
probably.
built into their chain. That's the
sort
way
of
they designed
design.
it.
Yeah, sure.
And what's about other cryptos? Like, do you think the Steam now on other cryptos that are still fairly
Proof of work.
decentralized and use the proof of work concept?
Yeah, look, in terms of mining profitability,
Yeah.
there's nothing that's standing out at the moment, but that's because to make matters worse, the crypto market is depressed at this moment. So that's making it's not financially viable to run a rig, and because pretty much at the moment you have to pay for it yourself.
Yeah.
So you earning the coin, but you're paying for it out of your pocket with the hope that at some stage the market's going to turn, and then the coin that you've created or you've mined will then obviously add value, and then you will get your return on investment. But so it really depends on what your business model has been. So if you've gone and borrowed money to buy equipment to mine, and you're using some of your profit or some of your revenue from your mining to pay for your repayments on your loan for your equipment, at the moment you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Right.
That's interesting.
However, if you paid cash for all your equipment and you're covering your own electricity, as an example, then you can, it doesn't really matter whether it's profitable or not, because it's still costing you the same amount of money to mine wherever the price is. Your sort of like overhead cost of mining is the same.
Yeah.
It's just at this point, there's like, if you look at the numbers, you're not making money. However, if you're mining the coin and then in 6 months' time the market turns, or in a year's time the market turns, then you've got all that coin already.
So if you, for example, say, consider that case, right? Like, where would you stake your mining? Would you
Like what coin?
like which coin? Yeah.
Well, it
Would
really
be
depends on
Raven
what
coin, Ergo, or
No, it really depends on what cards you've got, because different cards are better on different coins.
yeah.
So probably if you went to what to mine and you looked at your like various cards, let's stick with Nvidia as an example. Generally, you could make a call and put all your cards in mine Ergo as an example, or Nexo.
Mm-hmm.
And then those are the two top coins. I mean, it changes every day. That's the problem. Every day, it's like the profitability is swinging up and down. So I suppose you just got to take almost like a middle road, unless you're watching it and swapping your cards over once a day, or maybe even a couple of times a day, to try and get the best out of it at any one time. But some coins, depending on the algorithm, they use more electricity. Others not as much electricity. So it's and I mean here's the irony, because all you've done is you say like Ethereum proof of stake, okay, now it's greener. Well, the people, all they did is they just swapped, if everybody stays mining and swaps over just to another coin, and those coins consume more electricity to mine because of the algorithms that they're using, you've actually just made the problem worse in terms of the green side of proof of work.
A social responsibility of the mining.
Yeah, well, look, the thing is that if I started mining, so I went from Ethereum to, say, Ravencoin. I mean, I'm using more electricity to mine Ravencoin than I am with Ethereum. So the problem actually just got worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the energy prices in Europe are going up 10 times their value.
So
the 10 times the cost in the space of a year because of ongoing issues and supply. China, didn't they shut down a whole bunch of mines as well?
I think
a lot of the Bitcoin stuff was in mines a few months back.
I think
a lot of the mines were in China. So where do you go now? Where is the energy? It's cheap enough to run a mine.
Oregon in the US.
Maybe.
Texas, Arizona.
I think a lot of I think the Chinese situation was like slightly different, because I think they saw like cryptocurrency as a threat, because that's economic,
out of their control,
completely out of their control. So a lot of the Chinese crypto miners moved to Kazakhstan.
Okay.
I think most of them moved to Kazakhstan, and some of them moved to other Asian countries. I don't know, like Vietnam or Malaysia or Indonesia. I don't remember.
Okay, so we definitely are not going to be mining in Bermuda, because that's the most expensive place.
That's always been expensive, Bermuda.
How about, okay, so cheapest places: Sudan, Libya, Lebanon, Iran, Ethiopia.
Those are all hot places.
Syria. How do you pronounce this?
Kyrgyzstan. Suriname.
Iraq. Zimbabwe, dude. Cheap.
Well, this is what I'm starting to think. So these previously impoverished states may actually benefit from this if they can keep their energy prices low.
Well, I find it quite interesting that I don't see South Africa on this list.
I just to control F.
No, here they are. They're down here somewhere. 1.1.
So South Africa has signed the first.
1.45.
South Africa, if I'm reading this right, South Africa signed the first of 3 agreements to increase its renewable energy supplies to reduce the reliance on coal-fired power stations. So that's great from again the green perspective. But I suppose it doesn't really make a difference if the infrastructure that carries the energy isn't up to scratch anyway.
Yeah. Yep.
So the cost of power, because of the maintenance required, is still going to be expensive. You're still going to go and see some soaring costs over the years to come.
Yeah.
Look, I think in South Africa's case, I think our primary base load is going to be carried by coal-fired power stations at least until 2050. At least.
Yeah. What's it, nuclear or solar?
I think it's going to be a mix. I think the plan is to have a mix. So it's going to be a mix of nuclear, solar, and wind.
Yeah. Interesting.
Mm.
What about hydroelectric?
We don't really have the conditions for hydroelectric. The only hydroelectric project that's worth considering would be in the Congo Basin in the Republic of DRC.
What about offshore in the sea?
Yeah,
I
they
think
have
that's
been
when
looking
I
at
don't know
those.
how efficient that way of getting energy is.
I think Western Cape has a lot of I think bulk of the wind power plants in the Western Cape are going to be offshore. So they're not going to be onshore windmills. They're going to be in the ocean.
Oh, they put up a lot inland already, yeah.
Yeah, they did. But
Yeah.
I think for Western Cape, bulk of them are going to be
But
offshore.
what about
wind farms.
wave action generation?
Doable, but very hard and extremely expensive.
Yeah.
So the tidal power stations, they generate insane amount of power, obviously, but they super expensive to put in. I think Netherlands has one of the only countries in Europe that has big enough tidal power station would be Netherlands, and that cost them I don't know one annual GDP worth of budget to actually put in over 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I mean, what do you think about advancements in, say, sort of like solar panels? You know, different materials. I mean, is there anything on the horizon that's going to change that?
I think the solar panels will generally get more efficient, but the question is not whether the solar panels will get more efficient. The question how we can efficiently store the power that we can harness from the sun, during the day and then store it for the night.
Well, I suppose, and this is where the hydroelectric thing comes, right? Is that if you've got excess energy that you need to store, is what you do is you pump the water.
Are you talking about pump storage?
Yeah, so basically you pump it up to a higher location, and then when you need it, then you just release it. That's one way.
So pump storage is could be part of the solution, but the problem is you inherently not dealing with fully isolated system in terms of you're losing power when you're pumping the water down, and you're not completely recovering it efficiently.
I suppose any technology that you use to move something, to store energy is going to use up some of that energy. I suppose it's the balance between what's the efficiency. I mean, is it 20% efficient? Okay, let's leave it.
I don't know enough.
60%? Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know enough. I don't think that the pump storage is even 50% efficient.
That's
obviously
but I mean, it's
the
better
problem.
than nothing. Eh? Either you're going to lose the electricity completely because you can't store it, or you, even if it's 20% efficient, it's 20%, of something that you potentially was going to lose anyway. So I don't know. I don't know what the.
So hydroelectric is an option because obviously the Congo Basin project. There's
You still got to distribute that power from wherever it's sourced. Right?
Yeah. So the Congo Basin project would be a big thing, right? If we actually see it through, and then obviously there's a hydropower station in Mozambique. What's it called? Kahorabasa.
Orabasa.
But that hydro plant needs quite a lot of substantial repairs over the next like 10 years to actually ensure optimal operation. I think it's currently operating at like 10%. So yeah. So pretty much, I think my bet is that solar, wind, and nuclear are going to be like where most of the money is going to be going into over the next like 10, 20 years.
Yeah, sure.
Solar, wind, and nuclear. There's no other way.
And then in terms of storage, I mean, what about advancements in battery technology? I mean, is there stuff on the horizon that we...
I don't know if there's any tech that's basically more efficient than lithium ion.
I saw something the other day. I can't remember what it was. Someone was talking about it. It was an advert on Facebook, trying to get people to invest in this new technology, which is...
What was it?
I have no idea. That's what I say. I don't know. I can't remember
cool,
what it
cool.
was.
Yeah.
So
did
we've been doing a lot on social responsibility around energy production because we are vast consumers of power to make sure our internet infrastructure runs. We've been looking at a lot of options, and there is a lot of advancements. I haven't got news for you on that. So I have a meeting coming up probably next month where we're going to go into a bit more detail behind all the things that we've found in the last couple of months. And it's around, and it is a lot around solar, but also storage, as you guys are highlighting.
Yeah.
And who do you think's in the storage? One of the options that we'll be looking at around storage, and
Tesla?
Tesla is there. Yeah.
Yeah.
This car manufacturing is just such a sideline thing. It's like,
Well,
it's
this is
almost
what
like a
they
proof of
said.
concept.
No, this is what they said. It was a test bed for their battery technology. That's what they were saying, is that it was never really about the car. It was about the batteries.
It's not about space either, or Twitter for that matter.
Yeah.
What's happening with that? I mean, I saw again that he was making another offer.
Didn't Twitter take him to court?
Well, they were going to. They were trying to.
But they said they were going to.
Yeah.
But did they? Like,
No,
because
I don't
saying
think
that
so.
you're going to and
Let's see,
actually
yeah,
doing
what's
it.
the latest?
It takes a long time. These, you have armies of lawyers on both sides. They're going to spend a lifetime putting a case together, and then they'll spend a long time in court.
Okay,
By
so
then, everybody will be
Elon
bored
Musk.
of the topic.
Elon Musk gets minor win in Twitter fight. Apparently.
What does that mean?
Twitter is suing Musk, the co-founder and CEO of Tesla, to complete his... Okay, let's just see here.
They want to sue him to force him to buy it,
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah. So...
I don't
motherfucker.
know why he's getting into social media. I don't see the link.
I think this was a sideline thing.
Yeah, he was bored.
I think he was bored. Woke up one morning and was like, what should I do? Oh, let's buy Twitter. I think he likes Twitter. Like, I think he likes the format. But he obviously wants to get it at the good price, right?
I just don't get it. I mean, if you got that much money, why waste it on social media? Let the social media companies do what they do. Focus on your technology companies who all seem to be doing okay. This is not a technology growth sector. This is a communication sector.
So they're saying the trial is set to begin October the 18th.
Oh, okay. So we're only 3 weeks away ish.
Yeah.
4, 3.5, 4.
Do you think we'll be able to follow the trial on Twitter? I'm sorry, I had to come up with that.
Yeah, you had to get that when Yeah.
That's
Do you think
funny.
we'll be able to follow Twitter's trial on Twitter?
No, definitely not. If ever there was going to be censorship, yeah, there is going to be propaganda.
It's
Yeah,
going to be streamed by Twitter and
yeah.
Facebook and TikTok and Instagram and Snapchat.
So, where are we on the days of the year? Anything interesting happen?
Days of the year. What happened on this day? Dun, dun, dun.
24th
Not
of
a lot,
September.
actually. Yeah,
Mhm. No,
the
no.
24th of September. Let's see. Not a lot, I'll be honest. That is of interest to us. The one thing that stuck out to me, though, is Dr. Zeus. You know, the
Yep. Yep.
Theodore Geisel,
Mm-hmm.
Theodore Zeus Geisel, Dr. Zeus. Zeus was his middle name. He wrote these books. He made 60 odd books. I don't remember reading 60 of these things of the Dr. Zeus series. Maybe it was other books for children. But yeah, The Cat in the Hat and The Grinch, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. You know, those are things that are prolonged quite well and made a name. They're all designed for kids. But what I didn't realize that during World War One, he had a Pulitzer Prize awarded for his contribution for children's literature, but this is all later in his life. When he started out, he was also known for his more adult cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
During World War One, he drew many anti-fascist cartoons for newspapers and other things. And he actually joined the army as a captain in the animation unit. So in World War One, America had an animation unit.
Wow, that's
amazing. Think back, yeah, because there was no social media in those days. There was a lot done on cartoons and these kind of sketches to
get the message out.
Points.
Yeah, to get the message out. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, there you go. So he died on this day. That's why it came up. And he died in 1991, aged 87. So
a very respectable.
Interesting life. Yeah.
Oh,
so nothing much else on this day, but if you look at national days, that
should be interesting.
A bit more interesting, yeah. Though my web browser is suddenly broken. Food-wise, it's National Cherries Jubilee Day, which is a dessert with ice cream and cherries, but with cherry kirsch in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Missed opportunity to start drinking at lunchtime again. There's a few national days. Punctuation Day, making sure that everyone talks about the right way to use punctuation. Mm-hmm. These are all American national days, by the way.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Save Your Photos Day. National Family Health and Fitness Day. National Ghost Hunting Day.
Oh, that could be fun.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, but I think for the majority on this call, it's also National Singles Day, where we should be celebrating the fact that half the population is single.
Lovely.
So how we do that,
guys.
whether it's just with a pizza and a beer on your own in front of the telly, or whether you actually go out and find all your single mates and celebrate the fact that you are single, who knows? It's up to you.
That's cool. That's cool. That's a cool one.
Yeah. Right. Tinder.
No, that would defeat
National Tinder Usage Day.
That would defeat the purpose of the holiday, right?
No, you see, the thing is that you can sit in front of your TV, have your beer, and still engage. You don't even have to leave the house.
It's National Swipe Right Day.
Swipe Right Day. That's brilliant. Yeah, I'm going to put that on a T-shirt.
And so the fame began. It's national. Every day is National Swipe Right Day.
Yeah, let's see if we can go viral. Yeah. Yo, dude, I'm pulling amps again.
You are pulling amps.
I think it's the age.
No, I think it's the lack of air in my podcast studio.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Are we calling this a studio?
No.
It is a studio. Technically, it's a studio.
Well, you've got all the gear.
With a car parked behind us.
I mean, this studio comes with its own car park. I mean, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you can park cars, motorcycles, your tools.
Oh, man.
And the beast behind us is not just a car. It's called the Red Devil.
The Red Devil.
Oh, is that what you're calling it?
No, not me. Oleg is maybe.
It's a Manchester United supporter car.
Yeah.
No, it's the wrong color red, dude. It's Portugal.
What is that?
It's Portugal.
It's not fire engine red. I
Fire
thought red
engine.
cars went faster anyway, so it's the best color to have.
Only downhill, dude. Only downhill.
That's funny. That's
Faster
funny.
than what exactly?
Yeah, exactly. Faster than it went yesterday on a flat surface.
You
So,
know,
are you not buying yourself a new Audi? Hey, you see, I sent you a nice new Audi there that you can buy.
Are you in the market, Lester?
No, but no.
No.
My car, my existing Audi is now looking a bit dated. It's 8 years old. No, it's not. It's 9 years old this year.
Yeah.
Eesh.
Is it taking strain?
You know, the newer designs are looking a lot. It makes mine look a bit old now.
Yeah.
However, tomorrow, guys, I'm going on a little track day.
Track day.
What?
Oh, wow.
Talking about test driving cars, I'm going to drive some Aston Martins tomorrow.
That is amazing.
The 1975 Aston Vantage. I think that's the original Vantage.
Mm-hmm.
The Aston Martin V8 Vantage,
Yeah.
Yes,
which was
please.
slightly later. There was a V12, I think, as well.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I was going to go for the DB5, but I don't think I'll be able to get in it.
Mm-hmm. It's too
It is a
tall.
replica. It's not the original,
Okay.
but it's still the same
Yeah.
spec.
Mm.
What else am I doing? A DB9. So yeah, that's my tomorrow afternoon.
Nice.
That
Dude,
is awesome.
send
Celebrating
us.
Singles Day, I will be driving these cars on my own.
That's the way
So-
to do it.
So what's the occasion?
It's part of my 50 list.
Ah, yes.
Wow.
So how did you organize that? What did you have to do to organize that?
Well, my kind sisters who gave me this awesome 50 things to
Challenge.
do when you're 50
Yeah.
challenge, they did make one of the custom ones drive an Aston Martin
Okay.
because I kind of like them
Mm.
amongst other brands.
Yes.
All brands are equal, not. So they very kindly also bought me a red letter day, which is I get a voucher to go and use with these companies that have the cars that provide the race days. So
Oh,
That is
wow.
awesome.
I put 2 and 2 together. Yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Well,
Awesome.
are you going to be doing it solo, or are you taking a passenger or co-driver with?
No, solo.
Solo.
I was
Okay.
gonna go.
Okay.
I've had a few people I was talking to, but everyone's busy. But it's actually all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Listen,
Well,
dude.
send us pictures.
Yeah,
Send,
I was
send
going
us
to say.
pictures. Yeah,
we
that would
need
be awesome.
Some pictures and we need some videos.
Yeah. No. Look, a few people have asked for videos. I think, although they do have GoPros and drones all over the place,
Yeah.
I might come back and say, oh no, it was shoddy weather and everything. All the tech broke.
Why?
Depending on if I turn out to be Captain Slow.
No, but what I'm saying
I'm
is,
going to be on track with. There's other cars on. There's AC Cobras. There's all
Yeah,
sorts
sure,
of other
sure,
cars who are going to
sure.
be hurtling past me in my 1975 Vantage.
no, dude, that Vantage is a nice car, man. If I could choose an Aston Martin to buy, I mean, obviously, besides the DB5, that Vantage
You want the
would be
latest
cool.
Vantage though.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Or do you want the
No, I
retro?
want the one that James Bond drives in his movie. You know, the one that the mother of his child drives at the end of the spoiler alert if you haven't watched the latest movie.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
Vantage, that one. I'll take
That'll
that. kind of
do.
thing. Yeah, that'll do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but listen, in terms of videos, I'm not saying videos of you driving. Just do like a
selfie,
like
dude.
a vlog,
Like a selfie.
like a,
is
you know, hey, listen,
Checking in.
yeah,
Okay.
checking. No, just seriously, honestly, dude, I would love to see that. And I mean, you don't, just you know.
I'll do it like a before and after, so you can see the wreckage as well.
Well, definitely do it
As
before.
the
Don't do it
ambulance pulls
after.
away from the track.
No. Plan to do it before, just in case.
30 seconds after.
Just in case. Yeah. Yeah. Timestamp.
Jeez,
30 seconds.
because of these cars, you should see the waivers I've had to sign my life away on.
Oh yes.
It's
yeah.
just, let's hope. I'm going to just not get a second gear because I can't afford the waivers.
Yeah. Oh, but that's cool, dude. That's cool.
Yeah, hope it doesn't rain
Lovely.
because this place is fairly exposed. But yeah,
Okay.
that's going to be cool.
Yeah, man,
I will
awesome.
report in.
Look forward to seeing the videos.
Drew, and on your side,
In terms of what?
plan?
What are you doing tomorrow?
What am I doing
For Singles
tomorrow? For Singles Day. Well, it is the Linden Market, so I'm going to go to the Linden Market with my daughters. We're going to go and have a picnic in the park afterwards.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, some
That does sound good.
father-daughter bonding time.
That is so cool, dude. Well done.
Go take some.
What's your weather
videos.
look like?
Oh, fuck, dude.
It's going to be amazing. It's gonna
Sorry,
be
I
sunny.
mustn't swear because otherwise I'll demonetize this.
Heaven forbid.
Joke
Yeah,
of the
exactly.
day,
Like
joke
as if
of
we were
the day.
monetized. Sorry.
We can't claim to be monetized, but we're definitely well caffeinated.
Oh, yeah.
Who are we pushing this week?
No, this is Seattle Cup.
The Seattle coffee.
Still Seattle.
Still Seattle
Yeah,
coffee.
always-
Become
only
the,
the best.
the staple diet
Only the
for
best.
podders.
Yeah.
Only the best. Yeah, the weather's great, dude.
The weather's amazing.
I'm not gonna lie. Today is the other day. It was like not last weekend, the weekend before. 31 degrees, dude.
It was.
This time of year,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you could be like the UK. You're going to have a
Well, it's
elixir
currently
of a summer.
it's currently 28 degrees. And dude, when you're like 5 minutes in the sun, you're going, eh.
It feels like 30.
Yeah, it feels a lot hotter.
We're coming to the end of our summer now.
Mm.
My temperature today is 17, with a minimum of 7.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. Not too bad. But listen, I won't lie. During the week, when did I go to the office? On Tuesday.
It was cool.
It was 12.5 degrees
It was
at
cool in the morning.
7 in the morning. 12.5 degrees.
Yeah.
So it was fresh.
But the nice thing is that like the evenings are still fresh, right?
Yeah.
And then it's a really nice time of the day in the evening and in the morning. But then during the day, especially like midday, it's just hot.
Yeah, I jumped in my swimming pool last weekend.
Well done, dude. Well done.
Jumped in
to
and
break
jumped
the
out.
ice.
Yeah, no. Exactly. I like dived in the one side and climbed out the other. Yeah.
But it was refreshing, right?
It was. It definitely woke me up.
So are you gonna do it again today? Like since you're pulling out?
Look, I mean, it's
it's
it's nice and warm. I might put my feet in the pool. Yeah. I've got to that stage in my life.
We've got a company event, our summer party, which we haven't had for years. Now that COVID seems to have disappeared. We've got a whole contingent coming from our Joburg setup, our mid-range setup.
Wow.
They're all flying into Frankfurt for this summer party.
Oh, nice.
And the so what you're telling me is they're going from some ridiculous, lovely temperatures into rain.
Yeah, they're not going to be happy.
Cold wind, 14-degree
false
max
advertising,
temperatures.
dude. False advertising.
Yeah, but you can't have a summer party in end of September in Europe. That's like, I don't know. Yeah, that's
Looking
wrong.
for shit.
That's
I mean,
wrong.
sorry, looking for trouble.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Monetize.
Yeah, I know. Dude.
That's wrong. I mean,
Well,
it's if you can't have a summer party in like beginning of October and like end of September. I think the beginning of September can still be quite nice, like depending where you are.
I think we're having it in Frankfurt because half the company's in Frankfurt.
Okay.
But it's also the problem with Frankfurt is that they have a good big convention center there, and there's big events there that all your hotels are sell out. And if we've got 300 hotel rooms required for this event, we can't compete with those things. So you've got to pick a slot when it's got a small convention on, not a big one.
Oh, okay, I'm with you.
And those are few and far between.
I'm with you.
However, so we've got the summer party now. Then straight away, 2 months later, we should be thinking Christmas parties,
Yeah.
which we haven't had for years.
Yeah. I think if you guys are planning like an event, if half of your office is in Johannesburg and half of the office is in Germany, why don't you have it in Cape Town?
Because it's a very small part of the organization that sits in Joburg.
Oh,
There's only There's about 20 people coming over.
Okay, so
We're
so
still
the
going to
biggest,
run the operation. Can't bring everyone.
so
It's
they,
not the full company that's based in South Africa.
so it makes sense to like have it where the bulk of the people are, which is in Germany.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, we could have done it in Munich a few weeks ago and just done the beer fest. That would have been.
But are you
Actually,
guys?
that's a recipe for disaster.
Are you guys like fully back in the offices? Like, what's the deal there? Are
No.
you still like hybrid?
Yeah, we're still hybrid. In fact, as much as we've had our lowest cases of COVID for some time.
Yeah.
In recent weeks, there's a little spike started to happen again.
Monkeypox or
Well, monkeypox is kind of, I don't know if it's disappeared, but it's not really making the news. We have had a lot of cases, a lot more than I was expecting. The latest thing is that Ebola's broken out again in Uganda this time.
oh wow.
So you
That's
got
hectic.
to contain that. Forget about the monkeypox. Contain that. Then we'll come back and check on COVID, and then we'll go back to monkey.
Yeah, if like any type of hemorrhagic fever spread, but I think they don't spread. Then they're not like such inefficient spreaders because they kill the host too quickly.
Well, the problem we have is a lot of aid workers that work in those countries
Yeah,
for short periods of time, and they come to the end of their 3-6 month stint, and they just get on the plane and come back. If the timing's bad,
yeah,
they won't know they got it until they land, and then it's too late.
Yeah.
No, with
So,
Ebola,
yeah.
it's pretty quick. It's like a day's incubation or like 2 days incubation, and then like you have something that you haven't had before.
Yeah, what gives it away?
Well, it's a hemorrhagic fever.
Yeah, exactly. What gives it away? Anyway. Okay,
So
guys.
you guys not have your COVID jabs yet? The next
no,
one?
No, we don't need them. How many jabs have you had?
I had a lot.
How many jabs have
I've
you
lost
had?
count, mate.
Yeah, but how many have you had?
4, 5? No, I'm joking.
Alec? How many have you had?
2.
2, exactly.
And you?
I'm just trying to
2.
think.
And Lester? 2.
No, he's had about 4.
No, I've had the
Three.
first dose,
3.
second dose, and a booster.
Booster, yeah. Yeah, there you
But
go.
we're going to have another booster shortly.
Yeah,
Before
baby.
Christmas, probably. Yeah, high fives all round. Yeah. Just as our exchange rate's dying, our energy prices are soaring, and cost of living is carnage. And,
Exactly. Stay at home, dude. Stay at home.
Yeah.
But the exchange rate,
Fun times.
you like, there's nothing you can do about because, I mean...
There's nothing I could do about any of it.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about any of it, but like exchange rate is like, you saw the news, Fed raised the interest rate by another 75%, 75 basis points, which basically means it's going to hammer all other currencies except for the US dollar. So it's going to strengthen the dollar and then just hammer the other currencies.
You see, I'm going on holiday in December, and I need US dollars. And
Buy now.
I'm trying to figure out. No, it's too late now. Damage is done.
But it's not that bad because it's like, for example, sake with euro and with pound, you guys only lost like 1% against the dollar.
It's the start of something. I'll keep an eye on this.
So the biggest problem obviously is that like even because you lost 1%, you still buy all your energy in US dollars.
Well, as long as we can keep buying it.
Happy to sell to you.
Happy?
But
What about contractually obliged?
Yeah, right. That doesn't count. Sorry.
No.
Sorry, it doesn't count.
No, thanks for playing. But, we're not playing fair anymore. Okay, bye.
Yeah, no. There is no such thing as fair. In love and war.
Yo, Andrew's on the roll today. He's now fully awake.
Yeah, I'm fully awake.
Thank you, Seattle Coffee Company.
Yeah, exactly. It's just kicked in.
Kicks in an hour
Yeah.
The
afterwards.
dregs of a cold coffee at the
Yeah.
bottom of the container.
Okay.
That's where all the caffeine is. Oh, was that? I thought that
That's
was
it.
the one coming.
Yeah,
All
no.
right, guys.
Cool, man. Well, it was nice
It
to
was
actually
real.
get together
It was real. It was
after
real.
a month and a bit.
What number
Well,
is this?
This is episode 91. There is a good chance we will make 100 before Christmas.
No, we will, guys.
I think-
Whoa.
What do you mean?
We've done one in 4 weeks.
Yeah, but we're back on now.
There's-
aren't we?
We're back on.
There's
we're back.
12 weeks to Christmas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's,
So I'm saying there's a possibility. I didn't
let's
say we
prove
are.
you're right.
Yeah,
So
there's a
there is
possibility.
possibility.
There is a distinct possibility.
Distinct
Statistically
possibility.
speaking, it's
Oh,
feasible.
yeah, we go. Test.
Yeah.
Cool, dude.
One
We'll
in
catch you next
12
time.
chances
Cheers,
of
everyone.
getting it.
Sorry, were you saying
Bye.
something?